cholera, czy to Freddy Fazbear? Oh, 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 oh.
Jacob, I have a scenario for you.
All right, hit me, bro.
So you're a security guy. Let's say you're working in a mall, per se. You go up to, is it Auntie Anne or Auntie Ann?
Let's say, I think it's Auntie Anne.
You go to Auntie Anne, you get yourself a delicious, mouth-watering pretzel.
Yep.
You're in a good mood.
Yeah, I'm loving it. It's cinnamon pretzel, too.
Ah, dude, so good.
Yeah, yeah.
And let's just say, perchance, it's a pretty busy day. And you see that there's a kid standing behind you. Normal kid.
Yeah, okay.
Just kind of looking around. And then you see that this kid, an older gentleman says, hey, come on, it's time to go. How quickly would you beat the shit out of this gentleman?
I would. What face is a kid making? Is he kind of zoning out, staring?
Yeah, well, he's sort of like staring into the void, you know?
Yeah, okay. I would look and continue with my day.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay. Well,
yep. And I actually go, I'm a usual here. Can you give me the usual? And then the waitress will be like, yeah, one sec. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And
yeah.
The waitress who's clearly like flirtatious with you, she's like, of course.
Yeah.
Of
Were
course
you PETA from Hunger Games?
Yeah. That's who he was.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's bugging me the whole time. I was like, I know this. I know I've seen this guy somewhere before.
Freaking PETA from the Hunger Games. He's like,
PETA.
I know I can decorate cakes, which means I can camouflage us. It's like with makeup. It's like, what?
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Freaking weird.
Yeah. Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to, the Five Nights at Freddy's movie review.
Yo.
Not the games, but the movies. We are your boys, Grant Guy and the other boy.
Yo, I'm Jacob from Jacob's Gaming Adventure. Let's go.
Not Nightwing, guys.
Dude, not Nightwing, guys. Or am I?
Oh, whoa. Dude, happy Halloween.
Yep.
Yes, guys, we have Nightwing and biggest Tom and Jerry fan in this part of the county, guys.
Yep.
We're coming at you with the
I love Tom and
Halloween
Jerry
special.
for some reason.
Dude, I'm a big Tom and Jerry guy. If you were to sit me down in a room with one TV and you were like, hey, Mickey Mouse, Looney Tunes, or Tom and Jerry, I'm picking Tom and Jerry.
Oh, interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
So not even like the Tweedledbird and Sylvester the cat from Looney Tunes, that dynamic, you like Tom and Jerry more?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's a lot more like Slappy, you know?
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Slappy, just like how a kid hand slapped a full-grown adult up into Freddy Fazbear's mouth and split the body in half for some reason.
Yes.
Yeah, or
just Slappy like what Bonnie did to the guy in the closet.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yep.
It does cut away from every single kill in the movie.
Yeah, you don't
except
want
for like two. But what we actually see, so just guys, a bit of a spoiler just ahead of time. There's a part where Bonnie's in the closet and the camera actually snaps away right before the kill.
Yep.
So Jacob and I actually got a specific preview of this scene before it was cut out of the movie.
Yeah.
And it actually shows Bonnie doing this exact move, doing a little.
Oh yeah,
doing a little right hook.
Dude, and man, I auditioned for that guy who gets killed by Bonnie.
Dude,
because it's just hilarious when a really like tall person who you're normally scared of starts screaming like a little girl. Dude,
like that, dude.
Well, my scream was
you
too
gave them a really
good.
good girl scream too.
Yeah.
I was scared.
Yeah.
Of you.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, and then freaking you auditioned for the kidnapper driving the car.
Yes.
Yeah, but unfortunately, like you're facing away, like no one can,
Right. I was either going too fast or too slow in the car. Kidnap slower. I don't know what that means.
Yeah. but yeah.
So Jacob, going into this, what were you expecting? Hitting play on a Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
I was expecting to see the usual Five Nights at Freddy's cast.
The hit characters.
I was like, oh, who are they going to do for a main character? Like, what kind of motivations will they have? Is it going to be like the game where it like, I think the person in the game is related to William Afton, the security guard or something. There's lore. The lore in Five Nights at Freddy's is good.
Yes.
And I was expecting like
mountains of it.
Yeah. Super Mario movie where you're like looking in the back and you see purple guy on a drawing. Yeah. Or something like that.
Which is 100% the case for this. There's definitely quite a few if you look in the left corner over there, there's actually from FNAF World, the rainbow, stuff like that.
Yep. And then that's my expectations. What about you?
So I played a few of the games.
Yeah.
It's going to be cursed to all of you FNAF fans out there, but I think the one that I've played the most of is Security Breach, which is the one that all FNAF fans want to crucify anyone who likes that game. Which I am not one of those people. Apparently the DLC is good. I have not played that. But anyway, my expectations for the movie is very similar. I know that the lore has its fans. I know the lore is a big thing. I've watched my fair share of game theory MatPat videos. I know a little bit here and there. I know the Bite of 87. I know Golden Freddy. I know
Marionette, Balloon Boy, random stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. I know the chipmunk who was going to be in the game but wasn't.
Oh dang, yeah.
Anyway, so I went into the movie thinking it was going to be mid. I was thinking it was going to be very mid. One, because I'm not huge on horror movies. Not that I can't handle them. It's just I don't get scared too easily. But also, I just wasn't expecting much. I think the most hype part in my mind was knowing that the animatronics were built by the Jim Henson Company. So I was like, at the very least...
Is it the Muppet dude?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah. Built in-house at their studio and all that. Dang. So I was like, at the very least, they'll be cool to look at.
Yeah.
There'll be some good pieces and parts there. Aside from a few times that there was when Bonnie does a thumbs up, I was like, that's a dude's hand in a glove.
I actually missed that part where they build a pillow fort and then do a thumbs up or something.
Oh yeah.
I missed that. I walked out for the bathroom.
Yeah. They do a big old pillow fort and then Bonnie falls over and then all of them go over and go, huh?
Oh my God.
And then Bonnie goes,
yeah. So was this horror? I don't know if the director ever did horror before, but there was very little tension,
dude.
Very few jump scares, which I'm not at Freddy's. You expect jump scares,
Bro, let me fill you in a little bit real quick. So this movie was made by Blumhouse Studios.
Okay, yep.
An exclusively horror studio.
Oh,
they
wait,
only do horror.
I think I recognize. Wait, now you mention it, I think I do recognize Blumhouse.
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen the intro, and it's a very creepy intro.
Yeah. I don't know if they've done
logo review. I mean,
yeah. But no, they've done Megan, which I reviewed months back.
Dude, I was drawing so many comparisons to Megan. Holy frick! I really appreciate that movie now with how the daughter and mom didn't connect. Yeah. And this movie, it's I hate the daughter, hate the not even the daughter, sister. I hate the sister and then the brother.
Yep.
And then in the Megan movie, it was more
a better dynamic between the two.
There's more chemistry, and then you could see it progress. Their characters and how they like each other more. And this one, at the end, they're driving home in the car, and then the little girl sister is makes a joke at the dude, and it's just they're joking now. I thought they hated each other.
It's what are you talking about?
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
I was drawing comparisons to Megan. Also, I was expecting more jump scares.
Yep.
And there's no tension at all. Were you ever on the edge of your seat? Ever?
No.
Yeah.
No, dude.
Man.
I just we shouldn't talk about this until later, but I'm just gonna throw this in here now.
Yeah.
Dude, why did out of all the number one thing that I look for in horror movies, how are the kills?
Yeah.
How are the kills? Super important to me. Now, I know you got 5, 6 characters in here.
Yeah.
You can't give them all a million kills. I get that. Why did the cupcake get 3?
Dude, yeah. The cupcake was the main was there more than Freddy.
Bro, if I didn't know what FNAF was and I walked into this movie and I watched it, I would have been the cupcake is the secret leader.
yeah. Actually, though, yeah.
Right.
There's a brain in the cupcake leading it home.
Yeah. In the vent, on the leg, and all these different like they weren't all kills, but had so many like little moments or whatever. Freddy was like barely.
Dude, yeah.
I can't remember a kill that Freddy had. I remember the Chica kill, and I remember the Bonnie kill.
Yeah, Freddy had
the
hand and right.
That was the chopping in half one.
Yeah,
That's right. That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. So before we get into the spoilers, even though we spoiled a little bit, what is your basic review?
What is
your score?
If you are a giant FNAF fan, you definitely should check it out. Like it's already in like
you're going to anyway.
Yep. But also, they could have cut down this movie like a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a spoiler. I feel like the film's flaw was they like concentrated on the 5 nights for some reason. He sleeps through the first day. What the frick is that, dude? Like, I think this film would have benefited from like it all being one night. So that's one continuous night. And when it hits 6, you're relieved, like the video game. Instead of hit 6, it's like, all right, time to go. I'm gonna clock out.
Yeah, it's just casual, like
beep beep. And then they need to find reasons to keep coming back after he learns that he's being stabbed in his sleep. They have to find reasons. Yeah, it's just like messy. It's unnecessarily messy. There's a police girl character. Am I spoiling? I don't know.
We'll get
that's where we're at. But I really, they could have made it where 6 hits, and then you're like relieved, and you're like, wow, that was a crazy night. End of the movie. It feels good we got through it. But instead, it's just like everywhere.
Well, and another reason that's such a good point is because that is the entirety of the game. Like when you play around, you're filled with tension to get to the end of the night as fast as possible. But when he just like sleeps through one night, like I get that you have story around it. I get what you're trying to do with it. Like, oh, the dream reality thing.
Oh, they were actually talking to him in his dreams and giving him a chance to freaking stay there or whatever the frick.
It's like, which I think they were trying to do, because that's the whole thing in Five Nights at Freddy's 4.
Okay.
It's a kid in his... that game is you play as a kid in his room, and he has these like realistic dreams. So they were like kind of referencing that. So I get what you were doing with that, but like that was such a big focus just to be like a little reference.
Dude, it showed like I guess it's a spoiler talk. I was gonna complain how it showed that dream so many times. It showed the kid with the airplane like going. I'm like, dude. Yeah. Anyway, so that's my review, guys. Overall,
what is your score?
I'm too generous in general. I'm gonna give this one a 1.5 out of 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Because we saw this in different settings. Grant saw it in the theater. I saw it at a Halloween party with my friends, and the Halloween party with my friends was good. But there's still moments where everyone's just like falling asleep, you know?
100%. I want to give it a 2.
Yeah.
Because,
that's good. Yeah.
I think I'll give it a 2 because I feel like for a 1, it would be like I want to leave. But at the very least, I did want to see where it went by the end of it. So I'll give it the benefit of the doubt for now. But our scores might change by the end of the video.
Yeah, we'll see.
So now, going into spoilers, Jacob.
Spoilers, everybody.
Spoiler territory. Holy crap. Guys,
dude,
so...
Shaggy.
Yeah. Shaggy Norville Rogers is here, and he is also William Afton.
Oh, Norville? I forgot his real name's Norville.
Dude, yeah. So we did just tell you about the first part. Basically, our main security guard guy, he's standing in a mall. There's a little kid who is like kind of standing there.
Dude,
and he keeps like looking at the kid for some reason.
Yeah.
And like, I guess he's zoning out. But like, dude, I've never been in a setting where I'm like, that kid's in trouble. Like
and he's in a mall and he
and like, okay. So basically this guy who's clearly his dad comes to get the kid and they like walk away. Maybe if I watched it again, I'd be like, oh no, he was like, come here, bitch. You know, something like that. But like he just takes the kid and goes. And there's security guards like, I'm just going to say Josh Hutcherson. So Josh Hutcherson's response is, I'm going to beat the shit out of this guy. And okay, there is a little bit of connection there. There's a little bit of connection because he's like, oh, my brother was kidnapped as a kid. I don't want this kid getting kidnapped.
Yeah.
But it's like
save him. Yeah.
But that's not translated well. That's something I hate to think about like after the film.
Yeah, and like does he do that for every kid that looks lost? Like
right,
like every kid that looks lost is he like constantly like just checking?
Yeah. And then we find out later once we meet Matthew Lillard's character, which is a guy that's in charge of like employment stuff.
Okay, yeah.
We learned that he's actually been fired at like 20 different jobs, and it's insubordination and all this and all that. And again,
there's a lot of comments against that guy too. They're like, "Wow, you look mopey or angry." Or like,
right.
I'm like, "What the frick?" This guy? I'm like, typical night shift treatment. They always think, mopey when he's on night shift. Anyway, yeah,
dude, 100%. You look tired. Yes.
Yes, I am.
Correct.
Yeah.
But so then we find out that he's been fired from bunch of different places.
Yeah.
So the only job that'll take him is working at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria.
Yep. And skipping a little bit ahead is so he shows up at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria.
Yep.
And then like Shaggy calls him, and he plays a role of the security guard filling you in.
Yeah.
But like, now with the knowledge that he's William Afton, when he hangs up that phone, like, I feel like they could have done an opportunity to do a little bit more with William Afton's character, because he sits on the phone and he's just like this, sitting there for like a 3-second shot. I'm like, is he supposed to be creepy here? Like he's just staring at a wall?
Like you're supposed to like,
is
we
he
suddenly
like,
put the pieces together.
Yeah, is he like counting down the security guard's like demise? Like I feel like, or he could have been like tinkering with like machinery or something like that. I don't know, like to kind of clue in the audience,
just something outside of it to kind of like connect you to the pieces. Because I feel like one of this movie's biggest flaws is that I feel like it assumes that you are a Five Nights at Freddy's fan going into it.
Yeah.
So that way you immediately think like, that's William Afton. Of course he will do that. But it's like, if you're an average viewer who knows nothing about these characters, you're going to be confused by a lot of the reveals and a lot of the pieces and parts throughout it.
Yeah, like when you saw the kids in the dream where you're like, they're all dead. Like, did you like...
Yeah,
I literally said it out loud.
I immediately knew. I was like, oh, those are the dead kids.
Yep.
They're all in the machines. But like, if I didn't know that ahead of time, then I would have been like, who are these kids?
Yeah, man, I was with like 4 other people that weren't familiar with the lore, but they didn't really go, oh my gosh, they didn't have any revelations that were crazy or anything. But I was also going, those kids were all dead.
They're dead.
The moment they show up.
100%, dude. Yeah. Any ominous kid just standing there, it's like, he's probably dead.
Yeah. So the first night that he just sleeps, he falls asleep, and then he's like, wow, I had such a great dream. I need to sleep there again.
Yeah.
And then the second night he sleeps and wakes up, and he has a stab wound.
Yes. How did this happen?
Dang.
Yeah.
And then during the second day, I think it's around here, some people want that security guard to lose his job. So they like destroy the place during the day when the guy's not sleeping. Dude, he literally falls asleep. Like they could have done it when he's falling asleep.
Right.
Like,
This is one of the dumbest parts for me. So basically, every day that he's gone to work, there's this chick that like shows up, and
this policewoman, yeah.
Well, this is the one that's at his house.
Okay.
The one that's like sitting on the couch, like watching TV.
Oh
or whatever.
yeah, I didn't understand that girl at all.
So I feel like she was supposed to be a bigger character at some point.
Yeah.
Because this chick is sitting on Josh's house, on his couch at home, and then he's like, "Hey, I'll pay you at some point as soon as I get money," and she's like, "Yeah, it's no problem, it's all good." And I was like, "Oh, there's some like personal relationship here," and then she dies, and I'm like, Who are you? Who was that chick?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you? Yeah.
She's literally like, I will babysit your kid for free, and it's all good. And I guess the whole time it was like, oh, the aunt wants his sister she can get the kid check or whatever. It's like, what? So we have this whole plan. They meet up at a diner, and then the aunt is like, oh, have you gotten any dirty info on my cousin? She's like, no, he's actually really nice. It's just like little pieces of like these.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the plot is like there's so much fat that's been trimmed off of it, but now you're trimming at the meat, and I just feel like there's so much context that's missing.
Dude, yeah.
Like who are these people? Why are they involved? What do they have to do with this whole situation aside from just wanting to get paid? Because I feel like there's too much that has to be explained.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah.
They could have just been like, all right, this place is closed. Surely no one's here. We can rob it. They could do that.
Exactly. They literally could have just had like, these 4 robbers want to rob the Pizzaplex because it's been closed for however long.
Yeah.
And maybe they saw the lights turn on the previous night. So they're like, there's still some good stuff in there maybe. And then they rob the place. Why does it have to be this convoluted like, it's actually connected to the aunt who is then connected to the sister. And then that goes over here. It's like, we don't need a million connections.
No. And like, is this to make us feel for them when they die?
Right.
Literally, like their character, like writing it. If we were supposed to care for them or like relate to them, I didn't at all. Like, freak those robbers.
100%.
Yeah.
And right here we get what I think are the first actual kills. We do of course get
kill count starts.
We get a kill at the very beginning of the movie. We kind of skip it. I forgot about this part until now. There's the old security guard and he gets killed.
By the way, I just had a thought
as well. I think
his brother Garrett gets kidnapped. Does that mean Garrett is in one of those animatronics? Like, there's never.
We're gonna get to that, dude.
Okay,
that's another part that pisses
I was like,
me off.
wait, I just realized that. Like, there's never a moment where like his brother is like, it should have been Freddy, like actually.
Right.
Oh my gosh! And then Freddy's like holding him. He's like, I don't know, or Freddy's holding
dude.
Yeah.
Dude, wait a minute. Since the kids were stuffed into the bots and their bodies are still technically inside of them, bro, what would you do if you got a security guard job and you were sitting there, and then all of a sudden Freddy Fazbear comes up to you, and he's like, oh, and you get closer, and all of a sudden his face mask like opens up, and there's like an old little brother, like you're like, that's my little brother, and he's sitting in there, and he goes, Orion's belt.
I'd close the face and like walk away. Speaking of, by the way, there's this Hulu like 5-minute short called The Hug, and that's like a better 5 Nights at Freddy's
I've seen
short
that.
film.
Yep,
I think it's like, it doesn't waste your time. It's the equivalent of a scary 5 Nights at Freddy's story.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yep. Exactly.
Yep.
That's a great recommendation.
I forgot about that.
But yeah, so now we have the first kills.
First kills. Yep, you're going through them.
We have a guy who is tossing around some pans in the kitchen, and
then some pizza boxes move. Huh? What was that?
Huh? Must have been the wind.
No, actually, it was the wind because they just fell there, and then he turns around. Chica and the cupcake are there.
Well, actually,
what?
He opens up the fridge.
And
the cupcake's there. Now, guys, the crazy thing is we actually have a Dragon Ball reference here. Now, guys, I know that this is a Dragon Ball reference because there's no, aside from the dead kids in the robots, they're just robots at the end of the day. But the cupcake actually knows instant transmission. Because as soon as he looks away from the fridge, it actually zaps back to Chica inexplicably.
Dude, the cupcake, the physics on that thing doesn't make sense. Because, there's a scene where it was like taken out, or I forgot, it was on its side in a hallway.
Yep.
And then the lights turn off, then turn on, it's upright. I'm like,
right, yeah, put an instant transmission sound, like, fling.
Dude, the cupcake, there's so many issues. Like we said, the cupcake is basically the main killer. Watch out, guys.
The leader guy.
Watch
out for the cupcake.
It was in a vent, chewing, like trying to chew its way out.
Yeah.
But I'm like, all right, its mouth can't physically touch like that. Great.
Right,
it's like,
right. And it was like kind of like jumping at it.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
And like, okay, I can suspend disbelief for the animatronics moving around like crazy.
Yeah.
Because they even explain like, William Effin was really into building these crazy animatronics. And so I'm like, okay, they can move a lot. That's fine.
Yeah, yep.
But how's this cupcake able to like jump? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I feel like My theory is that was a really easy puppet to move. So maybe they were like, we can do more with this one.
Yeah, they use strings or whatever.
Yeah, right. So it's just like, oh, well, here's a couple kills with that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, then we have Chica giving this dude, the fat guy sees through the window. Chica's like giving this dude head. He's like, oh. And then the dude runs off. And of course, the first kill we see off camera. And then the guy runs into a closet, and then the closet locks, and he turns around and goes, "Oh no!" And Bonnie is right behind him, dude.
Yeah, and you think, oh, splatter of blood like Blue Beetle. I don't know why that came out of my head for some reason.
Yeah, Blue Beetle had a better kill than Five Nights at Freddy's.
And then it's just a hand. Oh no! And then it drags down.
Very little blood. Like it's just like a couple fingers, like.
Yeah.
Really, dude?
Oh man.
And one thing that I've seen this movie given props for, and maybe I'd have to watch it again to like really be able to tell, but one thing people were saying was like, okay, well the kills were off screen, but if you pay attention to the sound design, that's where you feel the scares. It's like, okay, well I'm not listening to an audiobook, am I? I'm watching a movie.
Yeah.
Where visuals are the key here. But sound design is still important, but I don't remember anything specific aside from maybe like a it's a splash or something.
Dude, yeah.
I don't know, maybe it is excellent or something, but either way, I'm taking out of it immediately.
No, they did like the same one song. It's like it was the same song the whole movie. Yeah. I don't know. They could have had some variance with the music.
Yeah, a very boring score overall.
Yeah. But anyway, so they did all the kills. Oh, I missed it. My bad. I was gonna say all the kills happened at the same time. But anyway, keep going.
Yeah, well, they pretty much do. Well, this is the Freddy one where he like bites her in half.
So like this one person sees a kid running away, I believe, right? The kid leads them to him, and then like they follow the noises, and then basically they look at Freddy, and then the kid grabs him. It shows a silhouette. And he gets cut in half.
Right, and again, this was probably I think this was the best kill in the movie. By default, and it still has flaws where it's like, okay, the best part is seeing the last bit of the body like flop down. Yep. Because that's a cool shocker moment where it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
But like, the setup for it is really weird, and like I don't remember the details of it, because it's like a little silhouette comes in and grabs her, so it's like wait a minute, but I thought the kid was a ghost, so that didn't actually, so was it actually Freddy that grabbed her? And like the mouth is small, so I don't know how he'd be able to bite her in half, and dude, like we don't see her bitten in half. It's just sort of like a
dude, the logistics did not make sense.
And again, like I'm fine suspending my disbelief a little bit here, but there's just so many things that stretch it too much. Where I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. Again, like in later games, they do have it where the exoskeletons, like the masks, they like open up a whole bunch more. I think in the third one. If they showed that for a split second, I'd be like, oh yeah, he can bite her in half.
Yeah.
But in this one, it's just a little. I'm like, how can you?
Yeah, that's a good point. And then speaking of like, there's two scenes where like the animatronics absorb a security guard.
Yeah.
Like, it's so hard to tell what's happening there.
Right.
I honestly don't even like. They're strapped to a machine. There's a bunch of gears spinning. Yeah. And there's these two red dots. I think they were eyes, maybe.
Yeah, I was like, okay, they're like analyzing him or something.
Yeah, like, are they looking at him while he's... It didn't make sense, Like, or is he become this machine, and then he'll see through the eyes? Or are the eyes looking at him? What am I even looking at? Is this Freddy? I can't tell, because it's a freaking...
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
One funny thing about that, actually. So there were... if you guys don't know the scene, it's the one in the trailer where they're sitting in the chair... and their hands are strapped down, and the things that come toward their face, like, no.
Yeah.
I love how, so that happens twice in the movie, and both people immediately know what to do. They're like, no. Huh? Oh, screw.
Yeah, come on.
It's like,
Screw.
wait a minute, bro. Like, bro, I just like, okay, if I woke up there, to be completely honest, I'd just be like trying to like rip off the straps or whatever.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be like,
move my chair back.
The screw?
Like were their legs side down and like try to trip the machine in front of you?
Right.
Like that, yeah.
But it's like, it's like, why did they go for the screw immediately?
Yep.
But
so anyway, then a cop shows up, unlike the first or something night, you know, and she's basically an undercover Five Nights at Freddy's like lore master, and her dad is William After, and she's like, I'm gonna shoot people who like get close to the truth. But she shows up at his house and like threatens to turn him in. I forget what for, but then they go to the river and talk for a while. Dude, and then they're feeling way bad. I forget this part.
This is probably.
Oh yeah. I remember what they talked about here.
This is probably the worst cop of all time, by the way.
Yep.
So the first time that we see her, she shows up at the Pizzaplex.
Yep.
And she literally stays there all night. Like, bro, like, okay, I'm not a cop. Right?
Yep.
But, like, in what world? All right, so what all did you do last night? Vanessa, I think was her name.
Yeah.
Oh, I went to an abandoned pizza place and sat there for 6 hours. What?
What?
Okay. And then the murders happen.
Yep.
And then she goes to his house and she's like, there were dead bodies. You could be taken away for negligence. And then he's like, what? And then she's like, I found these. And there were his sleeping pills. Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh, they're like prescribed for me. I just.
Oh, wait, did she say dead bodies or the fact that someone broke in?
It was just that someone broke in.
Yeah, because like she just totally missed the dead bodies.
Yeah, completely missed the dead bodies.
Or did Freddy clean them up and his friends with mops? And by the way, dude. They were like, a security guard guy, you have to clean the place too. He mopped and then he swept. Like, what the frick? What kind of reality
I didn't even notice
is he living in?
He's horrible at his job. I would have fired him day one. Son of a bitch.
That's random. That's random as frick. But yeah. Triggered.
That's funny. But dude, and then she gets his pills and she's like, you're sleeping on the job. You sick son of a bitch.
You're a narc.
And then he's like, can we talk? And then they go down to like this like freaking river area.
Yep.
And then he's like, yeah, my brother was kidnapped when
he trauma dumped on her. Yep.
He trauma dumped. And
Do you know anything about that?
Do you know anything about my brother being kidnapped?
Yeah.
No, why would I know that?
Yeah.
And then, of course, to this, she responds as any cop would by taking your prescription drugs and throwing them in the river.
Dang, I missed that. I don't know what happened. I was probably joking with my friends.
No, she literally takes his, which again, he said those are my prescription drugs. And then she takes it and goes, and like throws them in the river.
Yeah.
What?
Dude, and then I don't know. This
don't
is like
do that.
This is like amateur writing or something because he's like, yeah, when I'm there, I feel like I can solve the mystery through my dreams. And she's like, you can't change it. You want to change it, you can't. And then the next dream he has, it's changed. Whoa! Instead of the root beer spilling, his family's like, have a seat. Come on.
Yeah. Sit down.
And then he's like, yes. Yeah, and then yeah, and then like
I did it.
What changes his mind? Because he's like, wait, no, wait, and all the kids are gone. And
well, basically, so this is the part where Golden Freddy comes up to him.
Oh my gosh!
And this is the little kid we've seen so far.
Kazoo kid, yeah,
Kazoo kid, yeah. So he goes up and he's like, oh, you can have your little brother back in this dream if you give us your sister. And he's like, yes.
Yeah.
And then after realizing that he just gave his sister up, he's like, wait, no.
No.
I'm like, bro, how would you say yes to that? Like, bro, I can't imagine.
You can live a lie. And then,
like, could you imagine, dude, having a dream and they're like, we will kill Justin and you will have this Xbox 360.
yo, you can play with your dead pets or something like that.
Oh yeah. You can play with all your dead pets if you give us your brother.
Yeah, they won't remember anything. Every dream will be a new experience for them.
Yeah. So then we have the oh my gosh, I almost forgot about the best part of the movie.
Oh yeah,
dude.
I'm skipping around a bit. Yep.
We're getting toward the end though.
We are. Yep. We're on like night 4.
Yeah, this is about night 4.
Yeah.
We actually have the coolest. We've been crapping on the cop character, Vanessa Vanny, whatever her name is, who by the way is a character in Security Breach.
Oh wow. That's cool.
That is whoa. so we have a very cool moment where she says something that I think any cop would say.
Okay. Got any donuts?
Oink oink. So basically, he's like, "Hey, I'm heading home for the day." And this is after he brought his sister to the pizzeria, and we have a FNAF playtime moment where the sister plays with the animatronics. And yeah, they build a fort, and this is the closest thing that you guys are going to get to Together We Are FNAF. Yeah, that meme. That's going to be the closest you're going to get to that.
Yep.
Because they definitely do have quite a few moments where they're like, wink, wink.
Yep. By the way, the animatronics' eyes are just like, make it funny. I don't know. Like, there's a moment where the sister hugs Freddy, and he's just like staring at the main dude, and it's just kind of funny. I don't know. I didn't find it intimidating. Yeah. Like, it's intimidating when they're in the darkness and you see red glowing eyes, but it's different when they can like. They have eyebrows and then they're
right. He's like they're so expressive too. Well, and again, I think the best part of the movie is the animatronics. They're done very well. Like I just like whenever they move around, I'm like I'm so glad that they didn't do CGI because that's they got a dub ski in that department. But that's just Jim Henson's department, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so like I was saying, we have the best cop moment because as Josh Hutcherson and his sister leave, she says, "If you come back, I will shoot you." So I think this is a very cool character moment because it actually shows her being a realistic cop. Saying, "I will shoot you."
That is what every cop says.
What a cool character moment,
dude!
Really brings the realism back to the movie.
And wasn't she helping like make the pillow fort and all that?
Yeah, she was helping make it, but she like went up. The little girl went up to Bonnie and like strummed on the guitar, and then that made it like spark.
Yep.
And then she was like, "If you come back, I will shoot you."
Yeah, I will find your sister location. And shoot her.
Dude, I was so hoping for references like that.
Yeah.
I will find your sister location. Wink, wink.
Yeah, man, that's so stupid.
There was a line at the very end of the movie. Or what was it? It was like, it was like, oh, we made it through the night. I was so hoping they were going to be like, but can we make it 4 more? Five Nights at Freddy's.
So anyway.
Yeah, so then she's like, I'm gonna shoot you. Yep. And this is when everything pops off, because basically, for some odd reason, we have this random ass custody battle side plot with the aunt. So then they get back, and then he's like, I cannot take care of you, but the aunt who will.
Yeah, I checked out here because I was watching. I don't remember this.
Yeah, like I was like, I don't care. And it's like suddenly she's nice, I guess, and she's like all chill and stuff. And then she's like, "Don't worry, you go out to your job. I'll talk to her." And then Golden Freddy comes to visit.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Let's just say he didn't. Golden Freddy didn't appreciate the aunt's character arc as much as we did, because he kills her.
Wait, the Golden Freddy kills the aunt? I missed that.
Well, you probably missed it because they didn't show it. In fact, all they show is approximately.
Wait, weren't you saying Golden Freddy's an imagination?
See, I'm starting to rethink that now. I actually don't know. I don't remember.
He does he has instant transmission.
Right, he has instant, so he kind of just like shows up.
Yeah.
But the animatronic.
And how does he know where they live, by the way? You put a tracker under the security guard's car.
Yeah. It shows him in like a computer. Got him.
Got him.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of unanswered questions. But off-screen kill, though.
Yeah, off-screen kill. In fact, all that we see of the aunt past this point, she basically says, all right, I'll talk to you later. We see Golden Freddy pop up for a split second.
Yeah.
And then we actually see a reference to, guys, if you put in a copy of Wizard of Oz, fast forward 20 minutes in, 20 minutes and 19 seconds, we actually do see the reference shown here as we just see the ant's legs.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, because the house flattens there, you just see the legs pop up.
Okay, yeah.
Dude.
Wizard of Oz, yeah. See, I missed that death for some reason. I was distracted, I guess.
It's just not important.
Yeah.
And then he's like, come back to the pizza place so we could make you one of us. And she's like, okay. And then, of course,
and then,
we have her.
Then the police lady, and then the main character, like, we need to gear up and save your sister. Take these tasers for animal shocking stuff, you know? And then...
these animals will feel the same.
Yeah. Which, is electricity the way to kill them in the game? Like, I don't think...
you don't kill them.
Yeah.
I don't think anyway.
I don't know. I was thinking...
Well, in Security Breach, you do...
Yeah, well...
Chica gets crushed and Roxy gets run over.
Wasn't it, like, the way to kill them fire, kind of? Like,
yeah,
or is that William Afton? How to kill him?
That's William Afton's thing. Yeah, I don't think they ever die. It's just sort of like when you beat the game, it's like 10 years later they were taken apart. I think. I haven't watched the lore stuff in a while.
Yeah, I am interested to watch the lore after seeing this movie to see the
like,
better story.
I think the best thing to come out of this film is it did make me go. I would watch a couple lore videos.
Yeah.
Again, the lore is interesting. I like the lore.
Yep.
But
So the dude, he sneaks in through a grate and he's in the main lobby. So I'm like, all right, he got through the grate. He could have just gone through the door and
would have been the exact same thing. You know? Yeah.
But basically he's sneaking. Yep. And then I'm thinking, Bonnie can see him a little bit. Like Bonnie's kind of facing his direction.
Yeah.
And then Freddy goes,
like, how do they not?
Freddy does it. Freddy turns around and is like, oh, what was that?
What was that?
Yeah. All right. Gonna do the same song.
Must have been the wind. Yeah.
Singing the song. And then, luckily, a water bucket is right next to the grate that he came out of. Luckily. So then he takes the water, splashes it on the stage, shocks it, knocks out two of them.
Yep.
I think they get back from that later on though. They stand up from it.
Yeah, they stand up when Springtrap tells them to get up.
Oh yeah, that's
it.
Yep.
Okay, I'll admit before I give this complaint, this might be a little bit petty. I might be stretching with this one.
Yeah.
But so when the water got poured, it touches their feet. And so the whole thing is they're animatronics, of course they can't feel, so they wouldn't be able to tell the water's there. Yep. And I'm like, well, then how did they help build a fort if they can't feel anything? Wouldn't they have to feel where the table is and all that? I don't know.
I had the same thought. And I'm like, I guess they don't feel that or notice that. They have eyeballs.
Yeah, right. They have eyeballs. They can feel something. It's like, wouldn't you feel they can feel electricity? Wouldn't you feel water?
Yeah. And I guess there's metal right under their fur, but I feel like the feet would be insulated.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
But yeah, so then they get knocked out, and again,
Wait, also the guitar sparked electric, but it didn't affect them at all when they're holding the guitar.
Oh yeah, I guess it didn't affect them. It just hurt the sister.
Yeah, what the freak?
Yeah, whatever works.
Yeah, whatever. All right.
But yeah, then Chica is not hurt because she actually guided the daughter away. And went to a different room to put her inside of a animatronic.
Yeah, she flips the switch, or Chica does, and then starts grabbing the sister and trying to put her in.
Yeah. And a little fun fact, I guess the animatronic that they were going to put her in, because I thought it was
a hideous freaking design. Yeah.
I thought it was Circus Baby, I think is her name, from Sister Location.
Oh.
But it is actually a reference to a book, I guess.
Dang.
Yeah, because it's not. It looks like Circus Baby, but it's not that exact design.
I've never seen it before. So,
but because I've never seen it. But then I was looking into it afterwards, and I was like, oh, I guess it's something from one of the books. So
dang,
a little fun fact there, I guess.
Yeah.
Huh. Cause I mean, like I can appreciate little references like that. I'm not massively into it, but it's cool to see like oh, that's a cool thing for the fans, I guess. But anyway, basically they get her out of that. Chica looks freaking pissed, bro. She gets mad.
She gets pissed.
Yeah,
and then the police lady is looking at the pictures and sees a yellow rabbit, and she's like, "Look at that, a lot. Yeah, there's that a lot."
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah.
And it's a little blurry here, but right now Springtrap shows up.
Yeah, suddenly it's a little blurry for me too. Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, the police lady comes in. She tases
does
it to
Chica.
Yep. Yeah. And then they get away. But the cupcake is not tased. So then the cupcake gets its freaking third action shot of the movie and like chomps on Josh Hutcherson's leg, which he gets over very quickly.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. And then Springtrap shows up because right as they're about to escape.
Yeah.
And then we have the big reveal. Turns out the employment guy was the purple man, William Afton.
And then the policewoman was his daughter.
Yep.
And so now I have a question about William Afton. All right, so what happens is he's like, everyone, get them. And then it's like, actually it's not like that. And then all the guys are, all the animatronics are going for freaking PETA. I guess that's his name now for me.
Chica, hit the switch.
And then, but actually, what happens is the sister shows a drawing and shows them who actually made them like that. And then they go, oh yeah, Springtrap is a bad guy. I'm going to get him.
Yep.
And then William Afton goes, I made all of you. You're disgusting. Does he think his creations are disgusting? Ever in the games? That went out to me. I'm like, is that like even in his character?
Huh.
All right. Didn't he make?
That's a good question.
He made those, and then a rival location made like knockoff versions of Freddy Fazbear or whatever, and that became more popular, I believe. If this is lore, guys, I don't know.
Yeah, no, that sounds.
And then he was like, Freddy's better. So I thought like he had pride in his work. But in this movie, he's literally like, you're all disgusting.
Right.
I made you.
It's just like freaks.
Yeah, actually, though. I'm pretty sure it says that, yeah.
I guess the only thing I would think is that in my research, I did find, apparently, the scene where they're dragging Springtrap away, apparently that is also ripped from a book.
Okay.
So maybe it's accurate to the books.
Yep.
I don't know. I feel like those would be fun to have as like audiobooks. Apparently the books are like really gory.
Interesting. I heard the like most recent release like dropped a whole bunch of lore that changed everything.
Oh.
And some people were criticizing that. Like they're like, you put the best lore in the book. Instead of a game,
freaking book, dude. What the hell?
Yeah, freaking book.
Yeah. So a Springtrap. We learn later on about how the spring locks work. And basically, I think Foxy gets a little slash in on him.
Yep.
And that like triggers him. So we get to see what I think is the second best quote unquote kill, where he gets like stabbed. And we actually get to like see it go into him. And I was like, finally, we get to, out of all the kills, we get to see like two of them. So that happens.
They're like, this design is very human. They poke it. It's like, shh.
Dude, yeah.
This is a very human design.
This is very human.
Yeah, we will use it. Yeah, that was a cool kill, though. I agree. But wasn't William Afton immortal or some shit?
So the whole thing is that it's basically what happened to the kids. So the kids get stuffed into the bots, and then their souls are like trapped in the bots.
Yep.
So it's the same thing that happens with him. So he does die there, but his soul is like trapped in Springtrap. So it's like.
Yeah.
That's why at the very end, did you see the very end when he's like reaching out?
Oh, yeah. But I assume that was just him finally dying after a bit.
Possibly. It's not that clear.
So in the second one, he'll definitely show up and then he'll end up being dead and then, or something like that.
Yeah. So we have that. My dude, did you see the post-credit scene? Or should I say the post-credit audio recording. Nope, not a jump scare.
Yeah, I did with the balloon boy on the seat. And he's like, like
no,
that.
the next one after that.
There's another one we stopped watching after that. What happened?
It's like a voice recording, and it's just it's just plays like a bunch of FNAF TikToks, bro. That would have boosted this movie up to a 3 at least.
Yeah.
No, it just starts saying letters. It just says C. O-M-E. And as it's doing that, I was trying to like pay attention to what the letters were. Yeah. And this greasy loser next to me is like, so what do you guys think of the movie?
Oh my god.
Like, bro, shut up. I'm trying to hear.
Yeah.
So I can guess what the freaking sequel is gonna be about.
But just tell the guy anyway, like, it was good.
Yeah, just like the most passive aggressive. I was like, yeah, it was good, man. And he's like, and then he literally said like the most cringy thing. He was like, you'd think with $185,000 they could have made the animatronics look better. And then he like left, and I was like, I wasn't talking to you.
Oh my god.
So, but I looked up afterwards. Apparently, after all the letters, it just spells out "Come find me." Which, as far as I know, I don't think that's a reference or anything.
Oh, yeah. Weird.
But my theory.
Yeah, yep.
So you asked earlier. Well, the brother gets kidnapped. What animatronic is he in?
Oh.
I'm assuming this is the brother saying, come find me.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Because he definitely was not any of the animatronics.
No.
But
interesting.
That would be such a massive plot hole. Yeah. I refuse to believe that that's like an actual error. Like it can't be. Yeah. It can't be, right? Like
come find me. Who would even say that? Yeah.
You're
other
right.
than him.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
The missing child, yeah.
It's William Afton. Find me.
Find him.
Find my dead body.
Yeah. You want my treasure? You can have it. Find it.
You want my body? You can have it.
Yeah. So that was that.
Yeah.
William Afton was way less intimidating than I thought, because when I'm watching the lore for him, you hear a purple guy. Dude, and he's like purple. It's like, what the fuck?
It's intense. Like this guy's insane. He's like a freaking Jeffrey Dahmer. Like, he murders.
Serial killer.
Like, but we don't see that. We just see like a creep. Like, he stabs his daughter, which I guess is a big like, whoa.
Yeah.
But we never see the connection that they would maybe have. There's never a moment where she talks about her father. It's literally...
Yeah. She's also
bam,
like,
reveal that he's my father.
Yeah.
Bam, he stabs me. It's like I'm not feeling anything.
She's like, if we see my dad, I won't be of any use to you. It's like, what does that even mean? Like what?
Yeah, it's like, what are you talking about?
And I guess I was expecting William Afton to not be a grandiose giant, like, I'm William Afton, get him, boys. I picture more like a schemer in the back, quiet.
No, I think that's how it is.
Dude,
like it's always like a staying hidden. And I thought that's what they were going for, but then all of a sudden it was like, rise, my machines. It's like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
I don't remember him doing that in the game.
And I guess he was just in that one room the policewoman was scared of. She's like nervous to be in this one room specifically.
Yeah.
And I guess he was in that one, I guess.
Yeah.
Or his spring trap was...
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I think so.
Anyway,
but
freaking.
But one thing I want to talk about before conclusions and all that is specifically the scares themselves, because it's very, very important in a horror movie. Let's talk about all of them. What was the best one to you? And what's your favorite one? What do you think of all?
I'm not staying awake at night think of anything. Normally with horror movies, I get creeped out by the subtle, like, in the background, like The Shining or like The Exorcist. Those creep me out. You think about The Thing. You think about it afterwards. You're like, that was kind of what the. Yeah, you think about it after.
It sticks with you.
Sticks with you.
You're thinking the best horror movies, in my opinion, are the ones where it's like, when I go outside and it's dark, I'm like immediately creeped out. Yeah. I'm like, I don't want to be outside right now.
Yeah. And I guess the most scariest thing was Foxy running for 2 seconds, because I have PTSD from the game. Like, it wasn't even the movie.
Right. And like that's one thing that pisses me off so much, is that one scene where Foxy like runs is the closest thing we got to a jump scare that was close to what the game was.
Yeah.
The rest of them were just like them chomping on each other or like doing little bites or whatever.
Or moving weird. Like the cupcake, I'm not believing. Like he can jump around like that.
There was not a single standard like wing, you know, they're like super close to the camera.
They had opportunities to, like, the audio would cut. Sometimes I'm like, all right, jump scare's gonna happen. It doesn't.
Yeah, like there was never, the only jump scares in the movie were the freaking balloon boy jump scares, where he like opens the locker and it's right there, and like those are kind of funny, where it's like, oh, balloon boy, you know.
And then normally in our like horror movie would be like, jump scare after, fake out, you know.
Right, exactly.
Yep.
But there's just like, there's nothing like that. So that's why that Foxy one irritated me so much, because I was like, that was like one of the best ones. But that one wasn't even, it was like half. Yeah. They like cut it off right before it did the actual like jump.
Yep, and I guess that scene is when he's by the door. He's like, oh, and then he can't open the door for some reason. It's a push door. Like,
man,
dude, this freaking movie could have been better, especially with 7 years of development or whatever.
Yeah, dude, this thing has been in development hell. I will say, guys, go look up all the different like drafts of FNAF movies. There are like 8.
Dang.
There have been like 4 different companies that were all like, Scott Cawthon, here you go, here's our script. And he was like, nope.
Dang.
To like all of them. There's one that I think would have been the greatest movie of all time, actually.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. That sounds bad. That sounds so sad that we missed that. Yeah.
Dude.
Or we didn't get it. Yeah.
But, well, there was another one that was so funny, though, where it was literally across country, like, it was like a road trip adventure.
Whoa.
Like, it was like, oh, Freddy's has been closed down for 50 years, and someone bought a Freddy animatronic at like an antique shop.
Okay,
and then Freddy was like, you have to get me back to my friends, and then they like go on a road trip,
dude,
like across the country to like get him back at the pizza place. I'm like, that's amazing. I love that.
Yeah, get an actor for Sonic, and he's like driving with.
Dude, yeah.
And he's like always with
James Marsden again.
Okay. Okay, awesome.
I gotta get back.
All right, let's do it again.
Done this before,
dude. Yeah. Overall, though.
Yeah,
man.
So overall take, honestly, it's not. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. It's not a good movie.
No, no.
It has so many flaws in it. It's one of those movies where if you think about it for more than 5 seconds, you're like, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. Why did they do that? Why? And like I mentioned before, it's like they started cutting at the fat, and then they started cutting at the meat. But then sometimes they leave too much fat, then they have not enough meat, and it just doesn't balance out well.
Yep. And the best parts are the animatronics, and it's free on Peacock, which is they probably knew it was gonna be not the best movie, so then they're like, put it on a streaming platform. Yeah, probably. I'm just guessing.
No, I agree. I think the best way that you can watch this is the way that you did, where it's just sit down with some friends. If you're sending FNAF memes to each other, you'll get a kick out of the movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I think it's worth watching at least once. Yeah. Just to be like, of course I've watched the FNAF movie.
Yeah.
It's in development hell for 7 years. Why wouldn't you watch it? But yeah, that's about it. Did you have any other notes on the movie?
No, I mean, like we saw the one Nicolas Cage spin-off. Not even. Where like Nicolas Cage took down animatronics. That movie was also fun with friends. I feel like honestly watch that one over this one.
Absolutely, guys.
This one's shorter too, I think, right?
It was also shorter. It was like an hour and a half. This one was almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
Guys, play a drinking game every time Nicolas Cage drinks a grape soda. Take a shot, guys.
But then the animatronics in that one talked, and that was a little weird.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
They're like all swearing and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, what was it? The one like cheerleader chick wanna fuck fatso.
Because you'll get a laugh. That's a good or bad movie. This is just a bad movie, you know.
This is one where you'll walk out like disappointed, like oh, okay.
Yeah, because there's so much potential, but nope.
Yeah. Oh, and one thing I will defend just because it pisses off people and I think it's so stupid. Apparently there's an eye debate. I don't know if you've heard about this.
Oh, I saw.
Yeah. People were pissed that the eyes are red and not silver, I guess.
Yeah, for the movie poster promo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the movie themselves, they go red every now and then.
Oh, yeah, they did go red one time.
But I will say, I think Springtraps went silver at one point. That was probably like them being like, okay, we'll make his silver. Or
so
something like that.
They kind of threw them a bone, kind of.
Yeah, just like a little bone or whatever.
Yep.
But yeah, that's a stupid complaint. Don't quit complaining about that. It's a stupid thing to worry about.
Yeah.
Their eyes were wrong. But yeah, all right. So final score. Jacob, are you sticking with your score?
Yeah, it's still 1.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am going to give it a 2.
Yeah,
because it makes me chuckle a little bit. It's not the worst thing ever. I think it's bearable for one watch. But if you're at home with friends, I'm not going to blame you if you're on your phone pretty much the whole time.
Yeah.
So that is about it, guys, for the FNAF movie review.
Yep.
Guys, check out more movie reviews right over there. And check out Jacob's Gaming Adventure for more videos, as well as our combined channel for even more than that.
Mm-hmm.
But guys,
check us out.
See you later.
Peace.